We know Caitlin Clark is a global star in women's basketball, but now is she even more popular than the top NBA player?
Have you heard the latest? The basketball world is experiencing its biggest shakeup since the Air Jordans hit the scene.
Why?
Because NBA Commissioner Adam Silver just made a bold statement about Caitlin Clark, and believe me, you don't want to miss this.
Wow, the NBA, the National Basketball Association, and their commissioner, for whatever reason, they seem to appreciate and understand the Caitlin Clark phenomenon better than the WNBA.
This revelation has rocked the basketball world to its core. Caitlin Clark has officially gone beyond the WNBA. And yes, even the NBA. That's right, she's not just breaking records in women's basketball. She's shaking up the entire sports landscape. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver couldn't help but praise her like a proud parent. Stick around till the end, because I'll be showing you all the proof, from Silver himself to respected analysts like Bill Simmons, on why Clark is now bigger than the NBA.
Adam Silver on Pacers TV. Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. He's brought so much attention to the entire league. People are seeing how deep this league is, how good the quality is. Wonderful to see.
Can you believe it? Adam Silver was spotted courtside at a recent Pacers vs Pelicans game and even found time to chat with the 22-year-old sensation. While their conversation remains a mystery, one thing was obvious: Silver couldn't hide his admiration. On live TV, he said Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. And honestly, that might be the understatement of the year. Clark didn't just light a spark. She drenched the scene in gasoline, struck the match, and smiled as the entire sports world went up in flames.
And it looked like Caitlin Clark just set blaze to social media, and Adam Silver is definitely begging Caitlin to come to the NBA. Caitlin Clark is bigger than any NBA player. Guys, we're going to dive into the story for this one here.
And Silver didn't stop there.
He went on to call the WNBA an overnight sensation, a somewhat ironic take, considering the league's long, gradual rise to the spotlight. The truth is, the WNBA never had a massive following, until now. Caitlin Clark has single-handedly transformed casual spectators into die-hard fans. She's not just a player anymore, she's a full-blown movement. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
With Bill Simmons talking about Caitlin Clark, and it created quite a debate online. Let's check out the clip.
Is Caitlin Clark a bigger under 30 star than any under 30 star in the NBA?
Yes.
I think she is.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even think that's a debate.
Her stardom, in a way, it has changed many conversations about sports, especially women's sports.
I literally did not care about women's college basketball 10 years ago in any way, shape, or form.
Exactly. Analysts like Bill Simmons are finally saying out loud what fans have been thinking for months, and it's blowing everyone's minds. A huge portion of today's WNBA audience barely paid attention to women's sports before Caitlin Clark came onto the scene. Even Simmons admitted that, and has taken it a step further, claiming Clark is better than a lot of NBA players out there. Sounds unbelievable, right?
We know the NBA is talking about having Caitlin Clark involved with the NBA All-Star Weekend. The NBA gets it. She's a star. One could argue that right now, she's a bigger star than any NBA player. I think if we're just being honest, and a lot of her regular season ratings have been bigger than a lot of these NBA regular season ratings, if that tells you anything.
Caitlin Clark's games have actually outperformed NBA games in ratings. And that's not hype, that's just fact. In her rookie season with the Indiana Fever, she's been smashing records like they are made of glass. Triple doubles? Check. Most three-pointers by a rookie?
No problem.
Fastest to hit 100 threes?
Done.
She even broke the WNBA rookie assist record, and, in a twist of irony, set a record for turnovers too. If you're going to shake up the league, might as well do it in legendary fashion.
It doesn't matter how good this quality is if nobody's there watching. But the big reason why people were watching is number 22 for Indiana.
Her stats are so insane, they almost don't seem real. 19.2 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. And don't even get started on her shooting range. NBA stars look like they are playing it safe compared to her. Logo threes?
She nails those like it's a warm-up.
Caitlin Clark doesn't just score. She dismantles defenses, sinks impossible shots, and somehow makes it all look effortless. like she's genuinely having a blast while doing it.
Now, a lot of people has been saying that Adam Silver been trying to figure out a way to implement Caitlin Clark in the NBA in some shape, form, or capacity. I want to know why. Because Caitlin Clark is box office. You need Caitlin Clark because just like I told y'all, though, the viewership is down.
Silver's praise wasn't just about Clark's jaw-dropping numbers. It was about the cultural wave she's created. She's the reason Indiana Fever games are now sold-out events, the force making basketball fans question their loyalties, and the spark that's injected fresh energy into a league that's long lived in the NBA's shadow. People aren't just watching WNBA games by chance anymore, they are watching because Caitlin Clark is on the court.
So I think some things have moved toward just the quality of play is more fun to watch, but she seems to be some sort of catalyst that is just, it's like before and after.
The interest levels and the searches for the players that were mentioned above. So here's a graph here that shows Caitlin Clark and Victor Wembanyama. Here's a chart here showing Caitlin Clark and Luka. Here's a chart here showing Caitlin Clark and Anthony Edwards. And here's one showing Caitlin and LaMelo Ball. And as you can see from the charts here, there is far more interest in Caitlin Clark than any of these basketball players.
Rachel Data, a seasoned basketball analyst and no stranger to the game, even acknowledged that most NBA players have been completely overshadowed by WNBA phenomenon Caitlin Clark.
And I would go out on a limb here and say when it comes to fandom, when it comes to hype, when it comes to viewership, when it comes to all of those things, I think that the only couple players that might be ahead of Caitlin are players like LeBron James and Steph Curry. I definitely agree with Bill Simmons here. I think for sure she is that #1 player in that under 30 category.
That's right. Aside from a few NBA legends, Caitlin Clark has surpassed most NBA players in both popularity and influence, especially those under 30. And what makes it even more incredible? She's done all of this while playing in a league that, until recently, was largely overlooked and underappreciated.
The viewership is down. The NBA is in a major heap of trouble. The bigger the W is, the less popular the NBA will become. There is no 2 and 2. No, it's one or the other. And hate to say it, but I feel like the time that the NBA had, now it could be over.
And let's be real, the NBA is definitely feeling the pressure. While their ratings dip, the WNBA is climbing fast, all thanks to one standout rookie. With Commissioner Silver himself recognizing Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise, it's obvious, she's not just a WNBA star, she's a basketball star, period. Just imagine being an NBA rookie, thinking you're the next big thing, only to realize everyone's talking about Caitlin Clark instead.
Brutal.
She's the hybrid love child of Steph Curry, Larry Bird, with the branding of Jordan. Well, the NBA commissioner had a real strong endorsement of Caitlin Clark last night. She was at the Pacers game, and he's made some comments, and frankly, these comments, they make the WNBA and Kathy Engelbert, they look ignorant and awful. Like they've got their heads in the clouds and they don't understand or don't know what they've got.
Meanwhile, her WNBA rivals are hustling to keep pace. AJA Wilson, Angel Reese, and even WNBA Commissioner Engelbert are likely checking their calendars, wondering how long before Clark takes over the entire sports world. Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is the player everyone dreams of being, the teammate every athlete wants by their side, and the superstar every league wishes they could call their own.
Or they're so worried about the legacy WNBA media losing their minds because Caitlin Clark is white and straight that they refuse to give her appropriate amount of boost and flowers. Let's just keep it real.
And remember, this is just her rookie season.
Rookie season.
Can you even imagine what year 2 might bring?
More records shattered?
Leading the Fever to a championship?
Triple doubles with a blindfold on?
At this point, nothing seems out of reach for Caitlin Clark.
And the way that she changed the sports landscape in general is like nothing that we have seen in recent history. Photo from the game that went viral was one of her talking to Adam Silver. Now, a lot of people were saying like, oh, Adam Silver gets it. He knows that she moves the needle. He knows that NBA ratings are down. And the whole discussion of NBA All-Star was brought up once again.
As soon as Caitlin Clark's photo with the NBA commissioner went viral, rumors started swirling. Could she actually play in the All-Star game?
Only time will tell.
But one thing is certain, Adam Silver's recent endorsement has thrown the basketball world into absolute chaos.
Instead, NBA commissioner speaks highly of Caitlin Clark resetting the world on fire. Every chance Adam Silver gets, he's going to talk about Caitlin. Adam Silver had this to say: Caitlin Clark set the world on fire. Not just this community, she's brought so much attention to the entire league. Clark said, people seeing how deep this league is, how the quality of basketball is, and it's wonderful to see.
Now let's take a moment to talk about the Fever. This team hadn't even come close to the playoffs in 8 years. 8. That's not just a dry spell, that's a full-on drought. And yet, in just one season, Caitlin Clark turned them into legit contenders. Sure, they didn't win it all, but making the playoffs in year 1? That's like getting handed a beat-up car and somehow winning a Formula 1 race.
The new fans, as the new toxic fans, as these players would make you think, the Iowa fans, Fever fans, they literally brought about somewhere between 2.5 and 4 times the amount of viewers or attendance anytime Caitlin Clark's involved. But the league is still trying to cater. They're still catering in this league to the viewers that were there before, that was like 400,000. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that's not good economic math.
Absolutely.
Clark hasn't just built a name and legacy for herself, she's elevated the entire WNBA to new heights. Attendance has soared, the fan base has exploded, and honestly, it feels like there are more Caitlin Clark fans now than there ever were WNBA fans before her arrival.
I'm worried about the new viewers, because that's the great majority now. Your league is officially made up of a great majority of new viewers, whether you like it or not. Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community. I mean, honestly, that's the right response. Caitlin Clark set the world on fire, not just this community.
So, where does that leave us? With Adam Silver singing her praises, Caitlin Clark has officially made the leap from WNBA superstar to global icon. The NBA, the WNBA, and really, the entire sports world better brace themselves, because Clark isn't hitting the brakes anytime soon.
The WNBA is the biggest thing in all of sports right now. I mean, like, hell, I started watching this year, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was blown away. I mean, this thing is popping. I mean, these ladies be balling, and they physical, and they get into the rim. You just don't see this every day, dog. A lot of people feel like Caitlin Clark is bigger than any NBA star. I believe they're right. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And this is another case of numbers not lying, dog. Because I'm here to tell you why their viewership down. They have yet to have a game surpass Caitlin Clark numbers. Ain't that something?
But now, let's turn it over to you, the fans. What do you think is next for Caitlin Clark? Will she keep dominating the WNBA?
Could she one day step onto an NBA court just to prove she can?
Or maybe she'll take over an entirely different arena beyond basketball. Whatever the future holds, one thing's certain. We're all just living in Caitlin Clark's world, and it's nothing short of spectacular. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates from the world of basketball. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.